Imagine waking up in a country where the sky seems endless, where wild horses still run across open grasslands, and where ancient warriors once built the largest land empire the world has ever seen. This is a place where modern cities meet traditions that are hundreds of years old. Today, we are uncovering the real story of Mongolia, a land of breathtaking landscapes, rich history, proud culture, and unforgettable adventures. And by the end of this journey, you may see Mongolia in a completely different way. Your journey begins as your aircraft glides over an endless sea of green grasslands, rolling hills, and distant mountains. From above, Mongolia looks almost untouched, with vast open spaces stretching farther than the eye can see. As you arrive in the capital, Ulaanbaatar, you quickly notice the contrast between old and new. Modern glass buildings rise beside traditional homes known as jairs, also called yurts. Busy streets are filled with cars, while colorful prayer flags flutter gently in the wind. Walk a little farther, and the city begins to tell its own story. Local markets are filled with handmade clothing, leather boots, warm wool products, and beautiful artwork inspired by Mongolia's nomadic heritage. Friendly smiles welcome visitors, and the scent of fresh traditional food fills the cool mountain air. Leaving the city behind, the scenery changes dramatically. Endless grasslands replace busy roads. Herds of horses, sheep, goats, camels, and yaks move freely across the open plains. Here, nature feels larger than life, and silence becomes one of the country's greatest treasures. The sky seems unbelievably wide. At sunset, golden light covers the landscape, creating scenes that look almost magical. It is easy to understand why Mongolia is often called the land of the eternal blue sky. But these peaceful landscapes hide one of the greatest stories in human history. More than 800 years ago, these very grasslands gave rise to a young warrior who would change the world forever. His name was Genghis Khan. Born into a difficult life, he united many fighting tribes that had spent generations battling one another. Through leadership, military skill, and determination, he transformed scattered nomads into one powerful nation. Soon, Mongolian horsemen crossed deserts, mountains, and rivers with incredible speed. Riding strong horses and using brilliant battle strategies, they built the largest continuous land empire in history. Their influence stretched across much of Asia and Europe. Trade routes became safer, allowing merchants, travelers, and ideas to move between distant civilizations. Goods, knowledge, technology, and culture spread across continents in ways never seen before. Although history remembers many battles, Mongolia's story is also one of connection. Different cultures exchanged ideas through the famous Silk Road, creating new opportunities for learning and trade. Today, statues, museums, and historical sites honor this remarkable period while reminding visitors of Mongolia's lasting place in world history. Yet Mongolia is far more than the story of one legendary leader. Famous cities. Our next stop is Ulaanbaatar, home to nearly half of Mongolia's population. Here, busy shopping centers stand beside peaceful Buddhist monasteries. One of the city's most impressive landmarks is the towering statue of Genghis Khan, proudly watching over the capital. Inside museums, ancient armor, royal treasures, and historical artifacts help visitors imagine life during the Great Mongol Empire. Not far away lies Karakorum, the ancient capital established during the empire's golden age. Although much of the original city has disappeared over time, its ruins still inspire curiosity. Nearby stands the beautiful Erdentzu Monastery, one of Mongolia's oldest and most respected Buddhist sites. Far to the south, the Gobi Desert offers a completely different world. Massive sand dunes rise like golden waves. Hidden canyons, rocky cliffs, and unusual landscapes create unforgettable scenery. At night, countless stars fill the sky with almost no city lights to hide them. Travel north, and peaceful lakes reflect the surrounding forests and mountains. Crystal clear water, fresh air, and quiet villages make this region feel like another world. Every destination reveals another side of Mongolia's incredible beauty. But the true heart of Mongolia is found not in its cities, but in its people. People and culture. For thousands of years, many Mongolians have lived as nomads, moving with the seasons to care for their animals and protect the grasslands. Their traditional home is called a ger, built from a wooden frame covered with thick felt. It stays warm during freezing winters and cool during the summer months. It can also be taken apart and rebuilt surprisingly quickly. Guests are treated with great respect. Visitors are often welcomed with warm milk tea, dairy products, and traditional dishes prepared from locally raised animals. Hospitality is not simply a custom, it is a way of life. Horse riding remains deeply connected to Mongolian identity. Children often learn to ride from a very young age, and horses continue to play an important role in daily life across many rural communities. One of the country's biggest celebrations is the Naadam Festival. During this colorful event, Athletes compete in wrestling, horse racing, and archery. These sports have been part of Mongolian tradition for centuries and continue to bring communities together. Traditional music also fills the air. Unique singing techniques, beautiful instruments, and ancient melodies tell stories of nature, family, and freedom across the endless steppe. Its breathtaking landscapes, remarkable history, welcoming people, and unique culture create an experience unlike almost anywhere else on Earth. Whether you dream of exploring the Gobi Desert, visiting ancient monasteries, riding across open plains, or simply standing beneath one of the clearest night skies in the world, Mongolia offers memories that stay with you long after the journey ends. Perhaps that is why this extraordinary country continues to inspire travelers, historians, photographers, and dreamers from every corner of the globe. What do you think about life in Mongolia? Would you like to visit it someday? Let us know in the comments below. If you enjoyed this journey, don't forget to like, subscribe, and join us for more amazing adventures around the world. AI content note: this documentary uses AI fictional generated visuals and cinematic recreations to illustrate real locations, historical events, and cultural themes. Some scenes are artistic interpretations created for educational and storytelling purposes.